We're live here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Recession Proof Elevation Convention. This has been in the making for a couple of months now. And it seems to me like all the hype about this convention is well-deserved. Well-deserved. First of all, we were greeted when we landed at McCarran Airport with just signage, billboards everywhere over the airport. It was dope, y'all. Marcus Barney, aka Him 500, is really just taking it to another level. And that's why the name of the convention, Elevation, is so well deserved. It's so well deserved because we're taking this thing, this financial thing, this wisdom thing, this education thing, any industry that you're in, we're taking that to another level. We're elevating past everyone, right? Into a space where, some of us probably has never even dreamed before. We have, we were told that he was trying to secure $10 million in funding at the convention. And, he talked to his people and they were like, 10, whew, forget that. Let's do 20 million. So super excited about that. We actually had a call about that last night while we were here in Vegas. A group of us, we were downstairs at the lounge. We were all locked in. I really wish I would have took a video of that scene because it was great. If you just looked at us, it looked like maybe we were just looking at YouTube videos or just on our phones, but we were locked in. Had shots, had some food and stuff like that, but I was on my phone and Diane was on her phone and Kevin Rose was on their phones, and we were locked in. We were listening because we had to get prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a long day of a lot of information, a lot of networking, a lot of connections, a lot of relationships will be built on the introductions from tomorrow, right? So I'm always an advocate of not only get in the room is cool, but if you stay invisible in the room, then you're not really in the room. You understand what I'm saying? You have to come to the room with a plan. If you have a plan of action before you even step in the room, then the room will not seem intimidating at all to you, right? So, when you have an opportunity, and especially on this caliber, man, we have over, I think it's like 10,000 people slated to attend this conference. I keep saying conference. It's not a conference. It's a convention. There's a difference. And if you don't know, we have, super, super packed speakers. Some you may know, some you may not know. It's no need to really laundry list everyone, but I personally am very excited to hear Magic Johnson speak. He's one of the speakers at our convention. And also Mike Tyson. He's going to speak as well. So that is going to be really special for me. I am a huge fan of, Magic's cool when it came to the Lakers and the championships and the dynasty. I get all that. And I'm a huge b-ball fan, have been since late 80s. But this man's business acumen, is just on another level. I don't even think y'all understand everything that Magic Johnson is involved in. Now, you may know some of them. You may know the 24-hour fitness and the AMC Magic Johnson movie theaters and TGIFs and Starbucks and Burger Kings and stuff like that. But, he's in Washington Mutual Home Loan Centers. What really caught my eye was he invests in Top Golf. If you don't know what Top Golf is, it's a global sports entertainment company, and it's headquartered in Dallas, Texas, but it has locations, of course, here in the USA, but the UK, Australia, Mexico, Dubai. I mean, to have such a successful portfolio of national franchises, as well as other holdings that I'm sure I don't even know, that are not even in his name or anything like that, in several trusts, probably in family members' name. Immaculate, just immaculate. So y'all can probably tell I am super, super excited to hear what Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson has to say. But let's go back about these rooms and talk about these rooms and how you can get prepared. One of the things that you can do when preparing for a room, you say, man, well, I know somebody's going to maybe pose the question, well, does the room matter? Like, do I have to prepare differently for different rooms? And the answer to that is yes. That's the simple answer, yes. Because you have to know your audience. If you aren't self-aware about the audience or the caliber of people that are going to be in these specific meetings, arenas, events, etc., then you can play it wrong. See, you don't want to come off like a pit bull when it's a very laid back and casual setting. It's something called reading the room. You must read the room. You must see the energy and see where things are going. And that's why I always tell people it's really great. This is what you do. It's really great to slide into a situation and not say much. Probably within the first 5 minutes. Caveat to that, if they're asking you questions, of course you're going to answer it. But if you just literally walk in, a group of 5 people who have already been talking, and you insert yourself in said conversation, and you might be playing it totally wrong. Okay? So make your initial introduction and then close your mouth. Listen. That's the key word here. Listen to what is being said. Okay? Don't just shake your head and drift off and within the conversation, but actually listen with intention, so you can maybe add a comment, add value to the conversation, and then they would be more prone to say, okay, you know what? It seems like this person knows what he or she is talking about. Let's hear more. And when they give you that let's hear more look, or even actually say the words, hey, can you expound on that? Then is your time to shine. Okay? Then it's time for you to show up and show out. Okay? So many times people mess this up. And it's a small thing, but it's really not a small thing. Because you know how they say you only get one chance to make a first impression. And I'm talking you have like about 7 to 10 seconds. And I'm being very generous when I'm actually saying 10 seconds. It's more like 7 seconds. And people make several judgments within that first 7 seconds. Now, I'm not saying that to trigger anybody's anxiety at all, but it is true and it's a reality. So what do? Again, once you garner a certain amount of confidence in yourself, no one or nothing should really scare you too much. What do I mean by that? You don't have to be an expert in everything to add value in any conversation. Let me run that back and say it again. You do not have to be an expert in everything to add value in any conversation. I guess some people have it in their mind that, wow, I don't think I'm smart enough to be in certain rooms. But you're smart enough to learn in those rooms, right? So why wouldn't you want to be in those rooms? And not even just be in the room, like I said earlier, but flourish in those rooms. And it may not be directly correlated to the topic at hand. See, that's the great thing about just conversation in general. Your conversation can flip and turn and twist in several different directions throughout the conversation. So what do? That's where that listening. Remember what I said about 5 minutes ago about listening? Guys, this is super important. That's why I keep drilling it. Some of you are missing out on opportunities because point blank, you're talking too much. I don't know how much more clear I can be. I'm saying this because I love y'all and I want y'all to win. Some of you guys, for real, are just talking way too much. Take a breath, lean back, and let the conversation come to you in a natural, organic manner. And I promise you, things will go smoother. Remember, people do business. This is my philosophy that I've used for years. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So let's just break this down. If you're just meeting, they don't really know you, okay? But if you're introduced to them, you might be likable, okay? And see, the biggest part is the trust. Now, what some people do is they try to just speed past that trust factor before they become trustworthy. And that's not how this thing works. The trust factor, in my opinion, is the most important part, because who wants to do business with the shady grady? I know I don't. So if there's not a certain amount of trust instilled after a certain period, why are we doing this thing? Am I right or am I tripping? So listen, everyone, I have a lot of Vegas to get into today, but I wanted to definitely drop this special Vegas edition elevation to you today. And man, if you guys are in Vegas and you're anywhere near the Mirage, tap into the RPX Elevation Convention. It's going to be one for the ages. Folks are going to be talking about how this day changed their lives, not only their lives, but their family lives and the next generation's lives. And, I can't wait to meet and greet all my RPX family and any new people that I come into contact with. Hopefully we can build strong, long-lasting business relationships and all be successful. All right? Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Wealthy Thoughts podcast. I don't even think I did the intro to that. I was so excited to hop on here and talk. I don't even think I introed the name of the podcast, but that's okay. And I'm leaving it just like this because I want to show you guys another quick thing and quick point before I hop off. Man, it don't have to be perfect, y'all, but it does have to get done. Okay? So just keep that in mind. As long as you're moving forward and doing some things and checking some stuff off the list, man, you're heading in the right direction. And I applaud you, and I implore that you just keep on moving forward. All right? So once again, thank you for tuning in to the Wealthy Thoughts podcast. This is Jay Williams. See you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace, y'all.